Hi there, this is John Anthony Francis Wilcox, and these are 6 radical songs from 1985. From June 1985, I should be more specific. For this list, I based it all on the Billboard American Singles Charts from June the 29th of 1985, just so you know. As always, you can find the links in the comments section below this video. So let's jump on it, huh? 1985, an interesting year in my life. I had just turned 25 that month, and I had many adventures ahead of me. It was an adventurous year for me and a year of transition. So interesting times. I'm going to start here with that one. Song number 1. Everybody Wants to Rule the World from Tears for Fears. I always liked this song. Otherwise, why would I pick it? I'm not going to give you 6 songs I hate. You know, what would be the point, my friends? It has a great chorus. It has a great pre-chorus and a wonderful feel to the whole thing. They were really on their game. I think this was the first song I'd ever heard from Tears for Fears. Several of the artists on here, it was the first thing I ever heard from them. And definitely Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I can't think of what. I think that was before Shout. Pretty sure. As far as me hearing them. So that's song number 1. Everybody Wants to Rule the World from Tears for Fears with that lovely little guitar lick. Song number 2, Would I Lie to You by the Eurythmics. I was kind of, I don't know, there was a part of me that refused to like Eurythmics originally. But even then, even when I wasn't a big fan of Sweet Dreams or Here Comes the Rain Again, I've grown to like those songs over the years. But at the time, they weren't doing it for me. But even then, I admired the voice of Annie Lennox. How can you not? It makes you cough just to think about it. Um, she just has such a wonderful, wonderful voice. Would I Lie to You? No, this wasn't the first song by any means. It has a nice energy and fun, and it's a piece of more traditional rock and roll as far as Eurythmics go. Um, it's a real barn burner, and she sings the heck out of it. And the other Dave Stewart, the one from the Eurythmics, not the one that I listen to more often, is fine on here. And that is song number 2, Would I Lie to You? Song number 3 is Cannonball from Supertramp. This was a transitional period for Supertramp because they had parted ways with Roger Hodgson. And so it was just Rick, whose last name has evaded me for the moment, and I'm sure I'll remember it later on. And I'm sure others will remind me. It's Rick, what's his name? But you know what? They did a damn fine album, an album called Brother Where You Bound. And later in this year, I would see them on the tour for this, and it was wonderful. Cannonball has that big drum hit. You'll hear it. You know what I'm saying. You'll know what I'm saying when I say that. I'm saying it, so it's being said. But yeah, it was interesting because that tour appeared in an interesting 2 weeks for me because their opening act was the Motels. And I remember that within 2 weeks I saw the Motels 3 times. I saw them as a headliner at Toad's Place with, now I've forgotten their name. Anyway, they had that, I don't want to lose your love tonight. The Outfield. The outfield opened up for them, and the Motels headlined. Then the Motels opened for Supertramp, whose song Cannonball we're talking about right now, which is song number 3. And then I saw them again headlining at the West Hartford Agora, which for me I will never forget because after the show, um, Martha Davis, the lovely Martha Davis, put me in the lip lock. And that woman can kiss. I must say, I was one lucky and flustered lad. But anyway, song number 3, Cannonball. Great song. If you don't know it, you should. Song number 4, all I can say is there's no need to ask because song number 4 is Smooth Operator by Sade. Again, my introduction to her. I don't know why I used to sing it as Crane Operator. He's a crane operator. I don't know. When you're 25, it seems funnier than it does now. Now it just seems kind of stupid. But I just remember thinking she had a great voice and a really high forehead. And nowadays, as I'm older, I think Sade has a great voice and a really high forehead. Um, but she's just swell. You know, I don't think she's ever done anything that sucked. And her voice is always that controlled, wonderful smokiness, and her band are exquisite. Oh, it's just some good stuff. And what it is it's song number 4, Smooth Operator. Song number 5 is Find a Way from Amy Grant. This was indeed not the first song I heard from her, because the first song I heard from her was from this same album, Unguarded, a song called Wise Up. Find a Way was the second song I heard from her. So how about that? This was her crossover to try and get into a more mainstream market outside of her Christian market. And it's a fine album. It's one of my 2 favorite albums by her. The Unguarded album and the next album, Lead Me On, are both absolutely wonderful albums. And I can't, to this day, I can't stop listening to them. And Find a Way, love will find a way. Leave behind the doubt, love's the only out. Love is gonna find a way. She's right. Because the more you gain experience in years, the more you see love is the most important thing. So that is song number 5, Find a Way, from the wonderful Amy Grant, who I can tell you, speaking from personal experience, her hair feels like a little baby's hair. She's got baby hair, just so you know. That's song number 5. And bring us to the end. Song number 6 is When Your Heart is Weak from Cock Robin. A wonderful, moody song. Cock Robin was led by Peter Kingsbury and ably assisted by the wonderful Anna Locasio, who's a fine vocalist herself and a nice keyboard player. I can't remember the name of their guitar player, but I know it was Lou Molino the third. Is he a third or a junior? Whichever one he is, on drums was just wonderful. And it's a great song. They were a wonderful live act. I saw them twice, I believe, and got to hang out with them. They opened up for, they're one of 2 acts that opened up for Bryan Adams, and in both cases, I hate Bryan Adams. Oh, but hate's a strong word. I don't care for his music. So I saw them, and then I went backstage and hung out with them. And we had a lot of goofy antics going on, and they were all warm-hearted, wonderful, real people that they were just the real deal. They were good stuff. So, When Your Heart is Weak, song number 6 from Cock Robin, uh, concludes these 6 radical songs from June 1985. I had to call them radical because wasn't that the days of things were rad? Things were rad. They weren't fab. They were rad. I love you all. I'm out of here. Bye bye.